So I've decided that the rest of 2015 will be filled with series, and the first one we're going to tackle is Revelations of the Woman's Heart. So I invite you to take this trip with me. We're going to be spending all month on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as you guys know, I was in Florida just last week with my sweet Jess and was able to spend some time by the pool. Yes, in November, it was amazeballs. But one of the days while sitting by the pool, I actually got to watch a beautiful little girl, and she was maybe about 8 years old. She wore a braid and fresh braces. She was confident. She glistened in the water. She swam around pretending to be a mermaid. Her innocence was captivating, and her belief that she could become whatever she wanted couldn't be tarnished. It was radiant. But what struck me the most was her strong desire for her father's love and approval. She continued to turn spectacular tricks in the water, screaming, "Dad, did you see?" And her gaze was instantly fixed on her father when she would rise out of the water before she could even wipe the water from her eyes in hopes that her dad didn't miss her great act. And later they actually began a game of Dad to the Rescue, where she would hold her breath under the water for great lengths, and he would dive in and swoop her up and place her safely on shore from her shipwreck. The smile on her face was priceless, and I later learned that her name was Jane. But Jane was not chained at all by failure, but so free in pursuit of his love. And I'm sure most of us could remember times like these. So while watching Jane, I couldn't help but be reminded of myself as a little girl, and even more so of myself even now in my 20s. Honestly, as women, this is an innate trait that stayed with us since we were little girls like Jane. Whether or not we want to admit it or not, we all want to be desired, and we all dream of being rescued. So especially in today's world, we like to come off as stronger or too independent to need anyone else's approval or need anyone at all. But honestly, in the truest, deepest parts of each of our hearts, we all long for this. And it's because God designed us so beautifully this way. The longing that we have to be desired and loved by others is justified, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's the same reason that we often see women posting promiscuous pictures on social media, or women who become super attached to a man a little too early, or girls who are Pinteresting their wedding long before they've even met their husband, women who swoop into Barnes & Noble to buy up every romance novel, or exactly why The Notebook continues to warm the hearts of every single girl who watches. We long to be delighted in, desired, swept off our feet, loved, rescued. And in time, if you haven't met him, the man will come that's intended to romance our hearts in this way. If you know and understand how a man is supposed to treat you and what's healthy for your heart. But the good news is, if you're feeling unfulfilled in this very moment, God does so many of these things and more. After all, he created and designed us this way. So don't you think he could fulfill these desires to the fullest? I think so. So thank you guys for watching. We'll continue with this series next week as well, and all through the month. And as always, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now you can follow us on Facebook, like our page, and subscribe to us on YouTube. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next hump day.